Okay. Okay, you guys, last day of the month. I love the last couple days of the month. They're just really, really fun. I think, oops, I don't do that yet. Even if you maybe you're pushing for a goal and it's like, you're not necessarily going to hit that big goal because it's so far away, you still want to just stay in action the last day of the month. Stay excited, keep doing, like, just do the things, and you'll be surprised at what happens, even if you don't see the fruit until next month. And having a strong last day of the month is key for setting you up for success in November, and just being that leader for your team as well, because they're going to do what you do. So if they're watching you just end strong, they're going to want to end strong. So I heard this poem the other day. A friend of mine sent it to me, and I loved it so much. Like, this is the woman I want to be. And it was so inspiring to me. I don't know, just in like how we work our business and the lives we get to touch because of this business. And so I wanted to play it for you all before we start.
She is a patient gardener. And if you ask her soil how it became so rich, it will tell you how she's always been more willing to listen to what it needs than waiting to speak it into the pace of her own understanding. Her silence is terrifying, because you know the next time she opens her mouth to speak, she's gonna mean every ounce of it. When she speaks, there's so much permission in her love and wholly on her breath, you can't help but sit like you are budding toward the sky. You can't help but believe that you are every bit as necessary as you were created to be. She is so gorgeous in the absence of her need for attention, you can't help but notice her still waters, even when she's moving at the speed of hustle. She has the audacity to act like the queen she is, and she doesn't complain about the myriad requests for her time or going unrecognized or the weight of the crown, because she knows it is the lightest load she will ever carry. Discipline is a gown she wears like she's never afraid to be the best dressed person in a room. She has stood inside the eye of a tornado enough times to know how to stay, even when circumstance wants to chess piece her into some place where she can't be so blinding. But she is sensitive enough to the wind to know when she needs to start walking away, and she doesn't mind how long the journey will take, because even on days where she can't seem to shake the fog, she trusts she's never really been in control. And she's seen a succulent survive enough times to know that she is much stronger than she thinks. She is the skyscraper we look for on the 101 that reminds us we are home. If you ask her how she got so tall, she will show you the moons that knew her fear of heights and the morning she rose with enough gumption to keep growing anyway. If you ask her how she got so tall, she will bend her own steel into a staircase so you can get the best view. She'll remind you that you can be built even higher. She doesn't have to chase her dreams, she outpaces them. She doesn't have to have it all together to have it all. She is strange. She doesn't always make perfect sense, but she is perfect in the way she makes her presence a place where you can rest. Her best beauty trick is knowing where she comes from and not apologizing for where she's going. And she doesn't always walk into a room and kill it, but she knows there is no room that can tell her what she is and isn't made of. She is brave, and they do not question her intuition. Home of the spirit, rocking chair of the uncertain, oven of the good word, she's the prayer that makes dark things look for a hiding place. She is believer of supernatural, stardust and fabric of the sky, the morning of forgiveness, offerer of everything, temple body home builder, bride of the thick presence, courier of life, firm-footed friend of grace, a heart bowed in respect. She is a lady of honor. She is a mother of the future, a sister of the present. And if you are wondering where to find such a unicorn of a woman, look around, my love. Trust the time you chose to live with magic in your blood, which means she is the woman you were always meant to become.
I just love that so much. I hope it was encouraging for you today. Um, I keep thinking of the Proverbs 31 woman when I listen to that poem. And I know that's who we all aspire to be. As we're up at like the butt crack of dawn, working, well, here it is anyway, it's still dark outside, and working our businesses because we have dreams for our families, we have goals, we have vision, we know where we're headed, we know what this opportunity can do in the lives that we can touch. And I'm just really proud of you all. So let's get to work. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to do a few action steps that are kind of like end of month focused, and then Katie is going to go into some things to prep for November, which are going to be really, really fun. Yes, I will share that link in the chat. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a post and we're going to make a stories. Never underestimate the power of a last day of the month post and stories. And just be you, be personable. I would encourage you to show your face on your stories of something to do with like maybe where you're headed and who you want to take with you, or why you're excited about what you do, or the blessings of this opportunity. It can be about the products too. It can be whatever, but something about Plexus in your stories. You could talk about last day of a sale if you want, it really whatever, or you could talk about like holidays. Like, let's get you feeling your best as we go into Thanksgiving and Christmas. You have time to get your products and get started to feel more energy and to have a better mood and sleep better by then. So, and then a post, if you have already posted a Plexus post, then just post maybe like a fun engagement post of like ask someone's opinion on something, or like a would you rather thing, or what are your plans for Thanksgiving? Do you travel or do you stay home? Or just let's make a post, make a stories, and then something you can do too, if you want, if you haven't posted a Plexus post last, or you could even delete your last one and post another one if you wanted. You can put two Plexus posts in a row. That's not like a hard fast rule. Every now and then it's fine. I've totally done it. But something I like to do sometimes with a post is use it as a way to follow up with people. So you could totally even post a testimonial that you know that you can tag a few people in, or something like a sale or some type of post where you can tag people, maybe your story. And then as you're going to do like your follow-ups and stuff, say you can tag people in it and then message them and say, oh my goodness, like I know you mentioned you struggle with X, Y, and Z. I thought of you when I shared this and I wanted to make sure you saw it. Those are great ways to follow up. So let's go make a post, make a stories. We'll take 10 minutes to do that, 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll come back here. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next thing, and we're gonna do credit card declines really quick. You might have already done this. If you've already done this, drop it in the comments if you've done this for the rest of this month. But um, with it being recently the 28th, a lot of times a lot of credit card declines happen on the 28th. It's the last day for subs to run, and that's a missed opportunity if you don't reach out to those people. And it's not scary. Like, we have a message example, like, this is your job, you're helping people, and you don't want them to miss out on their products. And even if they don't want their products, it's still a great opportunity to reach out to them and know what to say, because then maybe that will help the conversation get going of maybe they need to switch up their combo or try something else, or maybe they want to try reset. I don't know. So go into your virtual office, go to your points and rank up, and then you just scroll over to where you see orders, like the, you know, where you can click on all like the join date and like points. They're all clickable tabs. So click on the order tab, and it will bring all orders up. Click it twice, and we'll all bring all the orders up to the top of your team. And then you can easily look and see, because if someone has an order number next to their name, they either ordered or their order tried to go out and they didn't, or their membership went out. And that's also a good opportunity to reach out to them to see if they're wanting to get restarted, if they're not ordering, or to get their account canceled. But if they have zero PV and they have an order number next to their name, lots of times that means there's something, like there is a, that's how you can tell if there's a credit card decline. And if you click on that order number, it will bring it up, and then you can see what it says. So either it was a credit card decline or it was a membership renewal. And then if it's a credit card decline, you can reach out to them. And then I'm going to put some comment or some message examples, or a message example in the Diamond Bound chat that you can grab and message anyone who had a credit card decline. And we'll just take a few minutes to do that. And then Katie is going to she's going to have it. I don't know what I'm saying. It's really early. She's going to have something for us to do. Okay, so Katie is going to Katie, you want to do like the stories and supplements one thing, going through that?
Yes. Okay. So Joanne has mentioned this recently a couple times, but I have not yet got around to it. So basically, we're going to go to stories and supplements. If you are a newer person and haven't done this, you can keep working on your credit card declines. Like if you haven't done this very much to do this, but we're going to go to stories and supplements and we're going to go to the members list. And then when you're in there, you can see who added who. And what we're just going to do is take a piece of paper and we're just going to write down, or you can go one by one and DM each of these people that you personally added to that page. And if they're not currently on your team ordering, maybe they have in the past and don't anymore, or maybe they never have. It's time for a message and just a follow up. You can take the time and make a list and do it after the call if you have a lot of them, or you could just do them one by one. So let's go do that. If you need help finding it, just unmute and shout yourself out so we can help you. Joe, I could honestly do this all day probably. So how much time do you want me to keep for this activity? Were we trying to keep it at a half hour? Or are we going for a whole hour?
I was gonna just go for kind of an hour. I mean, people can hop off if they want, but planning to,
Okay.
if that's good with you.
Okay, let's keep going for a few more minutes on this then. You think?
Yeah, for a few more minutes and then we can go on to the next thing.
Okay, perfect. Okay, we're gonna move on. The next thing we're gonna do is go to our back offices. You're gonna need a piece of paper. We're actually going to make another list. I'm kind of full of lists this morning. And we're gonna make another list. And this one is going to help us prep for November. This is going to be a list of people in our downline, and maybe don't forget your husband if you've built under him. Any level one of yours who has been consistently ordering since you've signed them up, or at least in the last little while, put their name down, because this is what we're going to do come tomorrow or later today if you have time. But tomorrow, I want to be reaching out to each of these people who are loving their products, find out why they're loving it, and see if they'd be interested in sharing a post, doing an event, or getting started on the business. Because as we've been reminded, if you've been in these Jewel Power Hours that we've been having, they've been reminding us that, you know what, every person in our team call, every person needs to be offered the opportunity, but you need it more than once, because sometimes people aren't ready the first time or the first month or even the first 6 months. But I know for a fact that we have people in our back office who've been sitting there loving their products for years, who don't like get any money for them. They just pay for them every single month. And that's mind blowing to me. You think by this point people would be interested, but maybe it just takes having a conversation. So we're going to have those conversations tomorrow. I'd love to focus on just rounding out the rest of the month with people who haven't ordered. But for these people starting tomorrow off super strong, this is going to get you ahead of the game for November. So let's go to our back office, sort it by level ones, and then just make a list. Look at their order history. If you're not sure how long they've been ordering, if they've ordered at least 3 months, they need to go on this list, because that means they've been in for 90 days, probably pretty solid on their product intake. They're obviously loving them, or they would have quit by now. And they deserve a conversation, even just to check in, see what their results have been if we haven't talked to them in a while. So let's get started with writing these names down.
Also, quick reminder, at 8 a.m. my time, which is like 11 a.m. Eastern, not Liz, is it Liz? One of the Jewels from Emily's team. You know how we're all partnering up to do power hours. Today's the last day, and she is doing one that is going to be focused on closing the deal. And so that's going to be really good too. And that's going to be after this one, if you want to hop on another one. She'll be leading that, and she'll have really good ideas. It's always fun to learn from other people and like what they say and how they work, and just to get ideas. So I'm planning to be on that one too.
The last thing I have to do, it requires another sort of list, but basically you're just going to go back through the people who signed in August, September, and this month. So this month, anyone you signed, let's do July, August, September, and this month. And we're just checking in with them because sometimes we forget to check in with people. So we're just going to write their names down of anyone that we've personally signed in the last 3 months, basically. And we're going to write them right now and check on them. And if they have not reordered their products, then that needs to be mentioned to them. Just as a reminder to stay consistent, because say they ordered for 2 months and then just missed it this month for some reason, let's get them back on before it gets so long that it's awkward to come back and ask them about it. And also for them not to lose the strides they've already made in their health. So this will be probably not a super long list, but just jotting back, go in July, start by level 1. Anyone you signed there, August, September, and just reach out really quickly and say, hey, ask how they're doing. Do they need any help? Did they see the post about the new products this month? Did they want to try the flavor before they're gone? Like all the conversations. So let's just do that really quickly.
Okay, we're getting ready to end this soon. Hopefully it was helpful for you all to also not just like think that like ending this month, but like beginning like the next month and starting off strong and working every day with just intention. and staying in action. So really quick, a reminder about the consistency bonus. I just realized this. So someone I'm going to go message because they're really close to earning that consistency bonus. So if you're not aware of that, there's a post on the team page I just posted this morning, kind of reminding that if you're gold and above and you maintain your rank, your paid as rank, and you've added at least one new person, you earn a consistency bonus. And it's quite, I mean, it's a good bonus. It's, let me look at the team page really quick to remind myself what the bonus is. So if you're gold and you re-rank gold, or not re-rank or maintain it, it's a $75 bonus. For senior gold, it's a $100 bonus. For ruby, it's 150, and for senior ruby, it's 200. And that looks like, so say you're senior gold, but you haven't re-ranked in a little bit and your paid as rank is gold. So even if you hit gold this month, because last month it's off. So last month your paid as rank was gold, because maybe say you haven't re-ranked senior gold since maybe March, for instance. Your paid as rank is gold. So this month you can earn the gold consistency bonus as long as you've added one person and you have the 100 points. So hopefully that makes sense. But all that to say, there's a lot of people on our teams who are so close to getting that. Maybe they don't even realize it. And so just making sure you're reaching out and helping them. And that might even just, people might need just a few orders. There's someone I'm about to message right now. She's only like 3-4 orders away. She signed someone this month, so she already has that part of it down, and she just needs to help a few people order, and she's going to earn a $75 bonus. Like, that's a lot. So another thing too is making sure if you go to your team, you can sort again by pay points. And
Mom,
yeah,
Mommy,
hang on, buddy.
I want to move down to
Yes, go for it. Yeah, you can have that. You sort it by points twice, and then you look to see, a lot of people have like 5, 10, 15, whatever points, but they might not necessarily have PV, like 100 PV, so they're not getting their paycheck. And so just, or maybe they have 80 PV and they're going to miss out on their paycheck. So that's another good end of month thing to go and see who all you can help place an order so that they're getting their paycheck. Sometimes I forget to do that, but I like to just sort by points, because then you can see, oh, so-and-so has points. Let's see, did they order? Yes. Okay. Either yes or no. And then you can kind of easily sort through. But were you going to say something, Katie? Oh, I thought I saw it on mute. Fine.
No, I was just going to mention how to get the points, how to find it if they didn't know how. So you already covered it.
Okay. All right, we'll just work together for a few more minutes. If anyone has questions or needs to troubleshoot anything, just let us know. Okay, I'm gonna hop off and get my kids to school. But just a reminder that you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. So don't get in your head about like having the perfect message, saying the perfect thing. Just be you and say something because the fortune is in the follow up. So follow up, start those new conversations, and just know that you have something that is a really, really special gift. And then also the power hour with, let me look at her name. I can't remember if it's Liz or Lacey. It's Liz. So it's Liz Schmidt. She's a Sapphire under Emily Burgess, and she is going to be hosting an end of month closing the deal power hour starting in 30 minutes. I'll put the link in the team chat again for anyone who is able to hop on that. So, all right, y'all. Any last questions or anything before we end this? All right, you got this. Thank you, Katie, for helping me host this. Have an awesome day, y'all. Katie and I are meeting up in a little bit to work together. So we're going to be on our phones pretty much all day. So if you need anything, we're here. So see you later.